Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Those who are new, welcome to my channel. In today's class, let us see Mughal Empire. When the administration of Delhi Sultanate was weak, on that time the Babur established the Mughal rule in our India in the year 1526 CE. Now let us see about Babur. Babur, who established the Mughal rule in our India, he was originally from Turkestan. His father was Umar Sheikh Mirza. He was a king of a small kingdom called Paragana in Afghanistan. Due to the death of his father, Babur had ascended the throne at a very tender age of 11 years. He became a king when he was a child of 11 years. He had to lose his kingship due to the conspiracy of his relatives and enemies. He had to lead a life of nomad. Nomad means the people who had migrated from one place to another place. They did not have a permanent settlement. Those are called as a nomad. On that time he had led a life of a nomad. All those situations motivated him to invade India. The Babur invaded India for 5 times. Babur was invaded our India for 5 times. He defeated the Delhi Sultan Ibrahim Lodi in the Battle of Panipat in the year 1526 CE, and he established the Mughal dynasty or Mughal rule in our India. Over the period of 4 years, he defeated Rana Sangram Singh of Mewar. The Rajput king Medini Raya of Chanderi and Ibrahim Lodi's brother Muhammad Lodi, Babur conquered a war of Panipat, Gogra and Kanwa, and he established Mughal rule in a large area in our North India. Now let us see a important information about Babur. Babur wrote a book called Babarnama or Tuzk-e-Babari. In that book he wrote that it is an autobiography of Babur. This book is written in Turkish language. In that book, in addition to dealing with the political events, he has also described the natural features, beauty, the flora and fauna, and gardens of the various areas. He has said that in the book. The Babur was a poet and the talented artist. Abdul Rahim Khan translated Babur's book into Persian language. Those are all the information about Babur. Now let us see Humayun. Humayun is the second king of Mughal dynasty. He was the eldest son of Babur. He was a son of Babur and he had a force, many thought and problems when he became the king or when he came to power in the year 1530 CE, such as the problem of unstable and despite the kingdom, trouble from the Afghans, enmity of the Bahadur Shah of Gujarat and the hostility of his own brothers. He conquered the Kalinjar fort, Dora Janpur, Chittor fort and Mandeshwar. Humayun, who was defeated by Sher Shah and sought shelter in the Sindh provinces and came back to power after the death of Sher Shah. Those are all about the important information related to Humayun. Now let us see role of Sher Shah. His role started from 1540 and ends from 1545 CE. The original name of Sher Shah was Farid. He was the founder of Sur dynasty. His childhood was not happy and deprived of his parents' love. He wandered about from some years. When he was working under the Bahar Khan Lodi, this king of South Bihar, he killed a tiger single-handed, and those on the title are named called Sher Shah. When the Babur took over the administration of India, the Sher Shah worked under him played a significant role. The Sher Shah defeated Humayun and conquered Punjab, Sindh, Multan, Gwalior and Malwa, Raisandurg, Marwad and Kalinjar. His empire was extended into the entire North India except Assam, Gujarat and Kashmir. Now let us see administrative system of Sher Shah. Sher Shah gives importance towards strengthening the administrative structures. He has given importance to the strengthening of administrative system in this area, and he was the ultimate head of the administration and ran administration with the help of a council of ministers, both the civil and military powers. He has appointed some ministers to help him in the administrative matters, both in the civil and military powers. All powers are under the hand of king. The entire kingdom was divided into sarkars. Sarkar means region, and paraganas. Cavalry, infantry and elephant division were there in his army. His army is more powerful. Among those, the cavalry was powerful. In order to bring the discipline among those soldiers, he wanted to maintain the discipline in their own soldier. He started the attendance of the soldiers. He started attendance only for the soldiers and stamping dog for the horses. The army was divided into small units called Fauj. The army has been divided into a small unit that is called as a Fauj. The head of that Fauj was a Faujdar. The Sher Shah took personal interest in organizing and supervising the army. The Sher Shah has been took himself the all matters of army, and he was supervises his own army. And he got all the cultivable land measured and fixed the land taxes based on it, and he divided land into 3 types based on the fertility. He divided, and first he measured the land, after that he fixed the land taxes. He divided all lands into 3 types based on its fertility, its yield of the crops. A good, average and lower are the types of land on the basis of its fertility. The farmers had to pay 1/3 of their harvesting crops as the land tax. Now let us see his justice. His justice means Sher Shah's justice was known for the impartial justice. Hence, he had earned the title called a Sultan of Fair Justice. A Sultan was the highest judge in the kingdom. In his kingdom, we see that a Sultan was highest judge, and he decided all the final appeals. He conducted his court every Wednesday evening. His court was held on every Wednesday in evening. Now let us move on. The Sher Shah was brought a new silver coin known as a dam into the circulation. The first time Sher Shah was distributed the silver coin, that is called as a dam. The coin weighed 180 licorice seeds. All the other Mughal kings continue this practice. On either side of the highway, the shade-giving trees was planted, and 1,700 shelter for relaxation of travelers were constructed there. He was constructed many highways in his kingdom. Some of them are Sonargaon to the bank of river Indus, though the Agra, Delhi and Lahore. This route is called as a Sadke-Azam. Second one is from Agra to Burhanpur. Third road is from Agra to Chittoor. Fourth road is Lahore to Multan. Those are all about the Sher Shah's life, administrative system, military system, judicial system and his economic system. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching this.